Àsìkò ti tó, àsìkò ti tó, àsìkò ti tó, àsìkò ti tó, àsìkò ti tó sẹ́, àsìkò ti tó, Yorùbá nation ẹ jí gìrì, àsìkò ti tó, Yorùbá nation ẹ jí gìrì, àsìkò ti tó, àsìkò ti tó láti máa lọlé wa, àsìkò ti tó, ọmọ Yorùbá o, àsìkò ti tó, láti dá dúró, àsìkò ti tó, Yorùbá nation a fẹ́ máa lọ, àsìkò ti tó, gbà wá lọ́wọ́ òkú ẹrú, àsìkò ti tó, Ọlọ́run abẹ́ o, àsìkò ti tó, ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation yìí dánwò, àsìkò ti tó, àsìkò ti tó, àsìkò ti tó, Nàìjíríà ti tó pín, àsìkò ti tó, Yorùbá nation a ti fẹ́ máa lọ, àsìkò ti tó, ọmọ Yorùbá fẹ́ máa lọ, àsìkò ti tó, ọba tó bá ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì nínú oko ẹrú Íjíbítì nígbà tó kún Fáráò tán dìde láti gbé wọn mì lọ́jọ́ ọjọ́ sí. Gbogbo bá ti yọ̀dọ̀ ilẹ̀. Àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì wọ́n kọjá lọ. Bàbá ìwọ la gbójúlé. Mo rò pé gbogbo wa ti gbọ́ news ti Ọmọyẹlé Sowore. Bí a tó báyìí ti gbọ́, tá bá ń sọ fún yín pé ìlú yẹn Nàìjíríà ìlú yẹn. Bàbá ìwọ la fẹ̀yìntì. Ìgbà tá bá fi lé ọlọ́wọ́ kì í. Kò síjọ́ tó bá jí láràárọ̀. Whenever you wake up, there's always one sad news coming from Nigeria. We are outside London. You don't need to know where exactly for now, but I'm outside London. I'm 5 hours away from London. That is one thing you need to know first. 5 hours away from London. And there's some few things I want to show us. But let us say good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to this broadcast before I go into the main event that we're going to be doing later on today. But for now, let's enjoy a little bit more. Ẹ̀ńtọ́pa nìyẹn Fúlàní náà ni o. Fúlàní náà làwọn tó pa. Maybe you've not seen the picture. That is the according to Omoyele Sowore, that's the younger brother, the immediate younger brother. Olajide Sowore was today in the 4th of September 2021 shot, killed near Okada in Edo State by reportedly herdsmen and kidnapper on his way from Igbinedom University in Edo State, where he was studying pharmacy. Hey. Sori ìwọ tó ní ká keep Nàìjíríà, bí Nàìjíríà ṣe máa ṣe àtàwọn family ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ gangan ló ṣe máa rí nìyẹn. Let my people go. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Ṣe rí àwọn tó bá ní kò lè bọ́ sí kò ní ṣeé ṣe sórí bí Nàìjíríà ṣe ń ṣọṣẹ́ fún ọmọ Nàìjíríà kọ̀ọ̀kan bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Nàìjíríà ṣe máa ṣọṣẹ́ fún wọ àtàwọn fámílì ẹ̀ nítorí pé every day people are dying because of the negligence of so many things that should have been put in place. People die every day. Àìmọye àwọn tó ṣì máa kú lẹ́nìí, but there are some deaths that we can avoid. Àwọn ikú kan wà tó yẹ pé èèyàn lè avoid it, but because purposely
right, purposely ṣe rí ẹlòmíì làákàyè ó ti kú. Irú Abdul Fatai orí ẹ ó ti gbálẹ̀, làákàyè orí ẹ sórí ikú gbóná tó pa àbúrò Sowore lẹ́ni, ikú gbóná yẹn ó máa kọlu àwọn fámìlì tiẹ̀ náà láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà. Ó rò pé eré là ń ṣe, àwọn èèyàn rò pé eré là ń ṣe nígbà tá a bá ń sọ pé Nàìjíríà ò ṣiṣẹ́, ìwọ̀n Odùduwà na scam. Bí Nàìjíríà ṣe ń ṣọṣẹ́ tó fi pa àbúrò Sowore lẹ́ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe máa ṣọṣẹ́ fáwọn fámìlì ẹ̀. Because we're talking about lives of millions of Nigerians. Kátẹ́ sọ pé wọ́n tẹ̀ believe in Yorùbá nation, wọ́n believe in Odùduwà, wọ́n believe in Biafra, wọ́n believe in Middle Belt. Ṣé kò jẹ́ kí ẹ̀tọ́ wà? Ṣé kò jẹ́ kí ẹ̀tọ́? Mo fẹ́ show yín ní bí ikú gbóná tó pa àbúrò Sowore lẹ́ni, ìwọ Abdul Fatai ojú ẹ̀ lélẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ n gbé kámẹ́rà yẹn padà. I don't respond to people, but we're talking about somebody that died. Ó wá rò pé à ń ṣeré lórí bíbá ẹ̀, ó ní Odùduwà na scam. Ojú ẹ̀ lélẹ̀. Bí ikú tó pa àbúrò Sowore tó wà nínú ìbànújẹ́ ní lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí, ikú yẹn èmi ò ní rúkú o, but ikú tó pa yẹn ó ń bọ̀ wá kọlu àwọn fámílì ẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Nítorí pé you are part of the wicked individuals. Bóyá Nàìjíríà ló wà ní, bóyá outside Nàìjíríà ló wà ní, I don't give a toss. Ojú ẹ̀ lélẹ̀. Nítorí you are looking at my face, so mo fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn náà rí ojú tiẹ̀ náà. Because ìwọ ló sọ pé Odùduwà na scam. Lójú tiyín Odùduwà na scam. Àbí ọmọ àlè Yorùbá nìwọ. Àwọn tí wọ́n máa ń sọ pé Fúlàní ti báyà wọn sùn, òun ni irú wọ nísìn. Ẹ dẹ̀ pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. I don't normally respond, but I have to this morning because we are talking about a pain. Èèyàn jí láàárọ̀. Sowore personally sent me the message even before it went into the media. And that is why I always say to people, ẹ fi Sowore sílẹ̀, ìmúnà mo fẹ́ kó gbọ́ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ ni máa block ẹ̀ nísìnyí, but mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ kó fetí ẹ̀ gbọ́, mo fẹ́ kó, because mo mọ̀ pé ó ń wò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, but ikú gbóná tó pa Sowore, tó pa àbúrò Sowore rather, ẹ má bínú, tó pa ikú gbóná yẹn, because ikú gbóná ló kú. We are talking about somebody that is studying pharmacy at Igbinedam University. Kò ń ṣe pé government, okay, ó ti apologize, so I rephrase it back as well. So ó ti apologize. I have rephrased everything I've said. That is why, we have to, because ẹ̀rọ pé eré là ń ṣe ni. Eré kọ́ là ń ṣe ní bíbáyìí. We are not joking here. Ṣó rò pé inú mi dùn tí kò bá ń ṣe ìlú burúkú, ìlú òṣì. Ẹ rò pé torí pé àwa ní UK, àwa ń show video. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n show igbó yìí nísìn. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ wo igbó yìí. Right? Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ wo, that's fine, Abdul Fatai, that's fine. We leave that for now. But be careful when you put comment out. Because mọ̀rú ìbínú táwọn èèyàn ń bínú lójoojúmọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi sílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Now, ẹ wo orú igbó tí ẹ̀ ń wò yìí. Mo kàn fi kẹ́ wo igbó yìí. Ẹ wo inú igbó yìí. Kẹ́rin, kí lẹ rí lókè yẹn? Church. Ṣé rí pé wọ́n ti condemn church yẹn. Igbó lélẹ́yìí. Because àwọn community tó ń gbé níbí báyìí. I am 5 hours away from London. I'm just about somewhere very close between Manchester. Ibẹ̀ ni mo wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Ẹ rí pé mo ti show yín ní service lane, I show yín ní motorway, àti débi tá à ń lọ báyìí. Let's find out. I've already forgiven him. That's fine. Sometimes people just put nonsense comment and that could trigger other things. Now, àwọn ará àdúgbò yìí, they cannot understand or believe that church ló máa gbà wọ́n sílẹ̀. Ibi tí mo fẹ́ lò gangan nìyẹn. No, I've not blocked him anymore. I've not blocked him. I've left him alone. Tí bá block ẹ kò ní lè comment padà. That's fine. Let's move on. And I've already, forgiven him as well. Sometimes, this is why we need more people on board. Now, mo lè wọnú bíbáyìí, but mo kàn fẹ́ kẹ́ wo inú igbó yẹn. Now, because ṣe rí gbogbo community, right, is some of the poorest community as well. Kò dàbí London. London dàbí Èkó, but Èkó ló gbé capital lọ sí Abuja, but Èkó ló ti ń pa owó. But tẹ́ bá wá wo bíbáyìí nísìn, tẹ́ ń wo gbogbo bíbáyìí, ṣe rí pé ó quiet, ṣe rí pé agbègbè kan ni, but ibi tí mo fẹ́ lò níbẹ̀ gangan, ṣe rí igbó yẹn, ṣe rí pé church lẹ́ ń wò yẹn. Now, because àwọn ará àdúgbò yóò ní láti kọ́kọ́ wá sí church láti gbàdúrà kí wọ́n tó gba ìwòsàn, wọn ò ní láti wá sí church kó tó lè jẹun, wọ́n ní láti wá sí church kó tó ní security, wọ́n ní láti lọ sí church kó tó ní education, wọ́n ní láti lọ sí church kí wọ́n tó gba ìwòsàn, nítorí pé ìwòsàn tó fẹ́ ọwọ́ council ló wà, àtọwọ́ British government, àtọwọ́ Labour government, àbí conservative, àbí whoever is in charge of this particular area. This is just so many things that we tell you all the time. Now tẹ́ bá wá ń wo gbogbo àwọn ilé kọ̀ọ̀kan tẹ́ ń wò yìí, ẹ rí pé àwọn ilé yẹn ó fẹ́ yàtọ̀ sí ìta wà ní London. Àwọn tó ń gbé outside London ti máa ní Koiki tó tọ́ ní outside London ló wà. I'm 5 hours away from London this morning, and this is again to show us. Mo sì máa fa àwọn kọ́kọ́ wọn yan, but nígbà tí mo wá ń wo church yìí, mo wá ń wo church, mo wá ń wo lọ́kàn pé kí ló dé tí church ṣe igbó ṣe kún nínú church yìí báyìí, right? Kí ló dé tí igbó ṣe wá kún nínú church? Because àwọn ará àdúgbò dùnà ṣé bá jẹ́ pé ọ̀dọ̀ wa níbí báyìí ní Nàìjíríà, láàárọ̀ báyìí ti máa gbáriwo bees, bars, bows, but ẹ rí i pé church yẹn ó ti di gbó jẹ̀gẹ̀jẹ̀gẹ̀. Which part of Manchester? Merseyside. Okay, mi mọ àbíjáwọ̀ pé Manchester láwà. But anyway, one thing we've got to understand is, now tẹ́ bá wá ń wo gbogbo bíbá yìí nísìn, ṣe rí bó ṣe rí, right? That's fine. Ẹ fi bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn sílẹ̀, jẹ́ ká continue. Fúnmiláyọ̀, good morning my brother. Àwọn èèyàn àwọn kan rò pé bí à ń ṣeré ni pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation, bí ọ̀rọ̀ pé Koiki ò níṣẹ́, ẹ rò pé mo ò níṣẹ́, ṣe rí pé wọ́n ti tì lock and key òun ni ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì. I don't know the reason why they've locked it, but what I'm just trying to show you now is, ẹ jẹ́ ká wá sí bíbá yìí again. Mo fẹ́ fi nǹkan kan wọ̀n wá ní bíbá yìí, because I'm sure pé lára church yìí náà ní bíbá tẹ́lẹ̀. Ṣé rí pé kò ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ nísìn, condemn, wọ́n ti condemn ẹ̀. But ibẹ̀ wá wo bíbá ẹ wo building yìí nísìn, building yìí, ǹjẹ́ ẹ̀ wo building yìí? This building is 1837. I hope pé ẹ̀ ń rí dáadáa, right? 1837 ni building yìí. Ẹ wo bí building yẹn ṣe rí, ẹ wo structure building yẹn bó ṣe rí. Ṣé rí? 1837 St. James Sunday School. I'm sure pé part of the church yẹn ni, but wọ́n ti condemn church eléyìí ibi tó ti fẹ́ ṣe event ta torí ẹ̀ wá lé nìní, event tó fẹ́ ṣe album launch tí kan náà àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kan fẹ́ ṣe ta torí ẹ̀ wá sí Manchester, òun lélẹ́yìí. But what I'm trying to tell us is, you're looking for the, is there? Inú bíbá ni tí mo fẹ́ fàyọ̀ bẹ̀ ni pé ṣẹ́rí tí bá tún rọra sàn kámẹ́rà yẹn nísìn, ajá yẹn yàgbẹ́, ìyá yẹn máa mú ìgbẹ́ ajá yẹn, ṣẹ́rí pé ó ti mú brag dání, ṣẹ́tìrì ó ti kó gbàjá yẹn, ó ti kó ṣẹ́tìrì ó ti rọra mú kàn yẹn, ó ti mú kúrò lẹ̀. Tó bá jẹ́ ọ̀dọ̀ tiwa nísìn, ṣẹ́rí pé ó ti rọra mú ìgbẹ́ ajá yẹn, I'm sure pé rí ẹ lè náà rí ìgbẹ́ ajá yẹn ló wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ nínú plastic bag yẹn. But ní tí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ wò ni pé ẹ wo church yìí nísìn, church tá à ń wò níwájú wa yìí, it is no longer in service. Nítorí wọ́n sì ń rí wedding ṣe níbi eléyìí, wọ́n rí baptism ṣe, wọ́n ayẹ̀, òun ni wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ̀ pàwọ́ dúdú àtàwọn kankan, àwa Africans generally, àwa la máa ń ṣe party, la máa ń ṣe so many things. But ibi tí mo fẹ́ lò gangan bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé, now the question is, kí ló dé táwọn ará àdúgbò yìí ò ṣe máa sọ pé church yìí láti wà in service? Because ọ̀rọ̀ church kan ni problem wọn. Problem wọn ni pé àwọn fẹ́ make sure pé ìjọba look after wọn. Ẹnì kankan tó ń gbé nínú building yìí kò sí ìtò kan, poverty pa ní gbogbo bíbá yìí, ẹ má rí pé kò sí poverty o. Ṣé rí outside London poverty yapa bí wèrè, but they are still having much more opportunity than shit o Nigeria. Ṣé rí gbogbo church yẹn, it is completely condemned. Àwọn kan lọ sin síbí báyìí nísìn, right? Ṣé rí pé church yẹn nísìn, ṣé rí, because part of the church òun náà ni building tí mo fi wọ̀nyí nísìn. Now we're now going to take a bit of walk, right? Once again, welcome Koiki Media special broadcast as we continue to tell you the truth that forget about Nigeria. You cannot fix what is damaged. This is a community. Lára building church tí mo fi wọ̀nyí lẹ́ẹ̀kan lélẹ̀. This is part of the building again. Ẹ wo building yẹn, ẹ wo bó ṣe wà in structure. Ẹ rí pé building yẹn àti the other one yẹn the same thing ni. Tẹ́ bá wo building yẹn, church tí mo ná condemn yẹn, lára ìlélẹ̀ ìdí tó sì ṣe ń lo ilé ni pé wọ́n sì ń ṣe patí níbẹ̀ wọ́n ń lò fún event center but kí la fẹ́ fàyọ́ ń bẹ̀ ni pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà nílé ẹ lè ronú ẹ ní làákàyè ẹ ní intẹ́ ń rò ẹ wá ń rò pé gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì máa fún yín nírànlọ́wọ́ èmi dẹ̀ ń sọ fún yín ní tọkàntọkàn pé irọ́ ni gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ń pa fún yín tẹ́ bá wo gbogbo bíúrì yìí nísìnyí àwọn èèyàn ń gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ o wọ́n ń gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ o ẹ̀yin church yẹn lélẹ̀ again àwọn èèyàn ń gbé ní gbogbo bíbáyìí bọ̀bọ́ ṣe ń gbé ní bíbáyìí wọ́n ní in tí wọ́n ń gbà lọ́wọ́ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tó ń pè ní benefit wọ́n ń lọ sí school wọ́n ní láti ronú pé church yìí láti wà in service wọ́n ní láti ronú pé ọ̀ǹtí tí church yìí o ọ̀ǹtí tá bá lọ gba omi àdúrà tá bá lọ gba omi yasin omi kìnnì kan tàbí àdá kìnnì kan it's not necessary because they are being taken care of by their government. They are being taken. This is what they call a local government. Local government kan lágbègbè yìí. Wọ́n àwa nísìnyí ó dìgbà tá a bá ríyàn kan ẹni tí ọmọ lọ gbé ẹ bá wa sọ fún pé orí ń fọ́ kọ́ gbé wá sórí Facebook káwa máa dáwó fún àwa ń dáwó káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé ojoojúmọ́ ló ń gbéyàn wá sórí social media. Àbúrò Sowore lọ pa lẹ́nìí nísìnyí again. Ìbéèrè tí mo wá ń béèrè ni pé ṣé bá ṣe fẹ́ máa bá lọ lélẹ̀ wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ event mo torí ẹ̀ wá gangan right but I just want us to have a feel nítorí pé ẹ lè máa níyẹn Koiki inú London nìkan ló máa ń show aṣáàtìwà lásà London náà nísìn and bí ṣe sọ poverty tó wà níbí báyìí náà wọ́n ń ṣe kékeré o ẹni mọ̀ ló mọ̀ àwọn tó ń gbé lásà London nǹkan tí mo sọ yé wọn but ní tí mo fẹ́ fàyọ́ bẹ̀ ni pé ẹ rí i pé nísìn this is a community ẹ̀rù gbogbo ẹ̀ bó ṣe quiet ìyẹn làwọn èèyàn ṣe máa ń wá outside London because nǹkan cheap but wọn ò níṣẹ́ púpọ̀ àfi bí àwọn tó bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní hospital àbẹ̀ tó bá ní business tiẹ̀ bí alẹ́ nǹkankan ẹlòmíì ní business tó ń ṣe tó yẹ pé ó lè máa gbé wọn wá sí London and the question is are we all going to continue to be deceived by all these bastard 419 politicians council building ní gbogbo bí tẹ́ ń wò yo àwọn tẹ̀tẹ̀rí gbogbo àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ bí àwọn Nàìjíríà kọ̀ọ̀kan ló ti ra lé sí bíbá ẹ̀ àwọn òyìnbó ò tẹ̀ fi ra lé kò sí tó kàn wọ́n kí káńsù ṣàmà sanwó lé wọn àwọn púpọ̀ nù wọn kẹ̀rẹ́ orí benefit lọ wà ọ̀pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n ń bímọ yamayama ní ọ̀n sí tó kàn wọ́n ṣẹ́rí dilapidated because London nìkan lọ́ọ́ ṣe investment sí gbogbo outside London náà ìyà ń jẹ wọ́n gidi ni but ìyà tó ń jẹ wọ́n ò lè fi compare tìlú olórí burúkú ìlú tó ní ṣàǹfààní ìlú ọmọ àlè ìlú tó ń pa ẹ̀dá ọmọ ènìyàn bá ṣe ń bọ̀ láti London láàárọ̀ yìí àwọn tájọ wá sí láti London oríṣiríṣi nǹkan tí mo tẹ̀ gbọ́ tọ́tún sọ nínú mọ́tò yẹn ṣe ló kọ̀ wọ́n pé kódà mo gbọ́ information pé lára kan náà àwọn CMD ẹ̀mọ́ tó ń pè ní CMD Chief Medical Director màá sì fi state yẹn màá fi pamọ́ confam ni mo sọ fún yín o sórí ìwọ tó wà nílé jẹ́ ń tán kámẹ́rà mi kò lè rojú mi kò lè rí reaction mi sórí ìwọ tó wà nílé jẹ́ ń tán kámẹ́rà tẹ́lẹ̀ máa ń fi difficult díẹ̀ ti sórí ìwọ tó wà nílé àánú mi ṣe kí ni ó ń ṣe tó ń support jẹ́ ń gbé tripod yẹn báyìí ká dúró díẹ̀ báyìí I pity you wọ́n ní CMD ọmọ tán pè ní CMD Chief Medical Doctor ti state kan màá sì fi state yẹn pamọ́ for now confam leléyìí o nílẹ̀ Yorùbá wọn náà ti padà sí London ó ní nonsense ní Nàìjíríà ò lè work láyé ó ti kó parangada ẹ̀ ó ti padà sí UK ìwọ wá jókòó sí Nàìjíríà ìwọ ọmọ 20 years old ìwọ ló wá ń prove fáwa pé ìwọ máa tún Nàìjíríà ṣe ìwọ fẹ́ fix Nàìjíríà if the CMD Chief Medical Director of a whole state don't take care gbogbo hospital state kan ó sá kúrò ó ní kò lè work just like we saw last week when all the nurses all our doctors are trying to run to Saudi Arabia kódà bàbá tí lára àwọn bàbá tí a jọ wà nínú mọ́tò àwọn tó wá fi yé mi pé kí n lọ ṣe research pé kó má jẹ́ pé there is another something behind it because kí ló dé tó ṣe fẹ́ kó gbogbo àwọn doctors yẹn lọ kó má bà mọ̀ pé kó má jẹ́ pé nǹkan kan ti ń bọ̀ bí ogun tá à ń pariwo because tógun bá dé àwọn ló máa tọ́jú wa nígbà tí ogun yẹn bá ti sá lọ. I pity those of you at home. I pity those of you at home. Yes, chief medical director. Confirm lélẹ́yìí o, confirm àwọn tó gbé mi, àwọn tó mọ ẹnìyẹn dáadáa tó tún sọ pé ṣé káwọn pè sórí fóònù kí n bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. Mo ní hey, do you know what it means? If a chief medical director of a state in Yoruba land decided to leave because he does not believe in that, I don't want to swear, I hold that back. It doesn't mean anything, but because I have a lot of my youth, our children that watch our broadcast, and it has to be like that. So I'm going to swallow that back, but I'm sure you know what I mean. This, Mama Bimi from UK visa, that has got nothing to do with me. Immigration, is not visa. I have people sending message all the time. Please do not ask me about visa. I don't know anything about visa. Because I want you all understand Manchester, Liverpool, but you cannot compare that with that messed up country. Kódà ẹ̀gbọ́n tó gbé mi yẹn bí àwọn lè bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ later. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tó gbé mi has 2 degrees and a master. Pastor ni wọ́n, but wọ́n sọ fún mi pé kò sí miracle níbi kankan. O láti kọ́kọ́ ní òwò kan láti wà qualify fún rẹ̀. So ẹ̀yọ́ tó ń wá miracle, òun wá bàbá Ìjẹ̀bú, bàbá ta, bàbá kinní kan, ó fẹ́ di celebrity ọ̀sán gan. Tí wọ́n train ẹ, you have not been trained in Nigeria by anybody. You have not gone to the college, technical school. Ẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn tún wá ń sọ fún mi pé ní bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́nà àwọn thief side yẹn, I'm sure that is why there's a lot of fight going on in Benue side. Ẹ mọ̀ pé Benue ni gbogbo thief. Wọ́n ní àwọn òkúta kan wà níbẹ̀. Tá a bá tètè pín, ṣẹ́rí tá a bá tètè pín, the more tá a bá wà nínú Nàìjíríà, the more tó máa jẹ́ àkóbá àdábá fún wa lójoojúmọ́. Ẹ̀gbọ́n yẹn is an engineer. Ìyẹn pastor tí mo sọ yìí, he might talk to us maybe later on. I'll see if I can get him to speak to us, even if it's just a couple of minutes, right? He was telling me that àwọn òkúta yẹn tó bá grand òkúta yẹn tó bá dà sínú omi tí crude oil bá wà níbẹ̀ ó máa separate. These are the kind of things that we have tí gbogbo state kankan ní. So táwa bá ní nǹkan ọmọ Ondo state dẹ̀ ni wọ́n náà confam táwọn rí ni bitumen tó ń ṣe tutu. Wọ́n wá ní Gani Fáwẹ́hìnmí tó kú, wọ́n ní wọ́n fẹ́ gbé kinní yẹn kó máa extract ti Tondo ni mo sọ yìí o. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ṣe ń sọ yìí, ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ṣe tún gbọ́ láàárọ̀ yìí ni o. Wọ́n náà fẹ́ máa extract. Wọ́n ní Gani wà lára àwọn tó sọ Gani kò ń ṣe bàbá wa Gani Adams, Gani Fáwẹ́hìnmí tó ti kú. Wọ́n ní òun ló sọ fún wọn pé láyé, why must you take our natural resources and then go and open a refinery for it somewhere in Katsina or in the north? And that was how they could not continue that project. But tẹ́ bá fẹ́ máa extract the bitumen yẹn, ẹ gbé refinery ẹ gbé sínú ọ̀dọ̀ wa lọ́hùn káwọn ọmọ wa lè ríṣẹ́. Sorry, I pity those of you that is still following all these politicians. Politicians yẹn máa mess the brain yín up. Àwọn ọ̀dọ́ máa bà tiyín jẹ́. And what they will do? Kódà sorry, intí mo gbọ́ lé nínú mọ́tò for 5 hours yẹn. Ó dàbí pé àwọn kan tí mo tẹ̀ tún gbọ́ rí, because every one of us, yes, condolence to Sowore, and the family as well. Very, very painful. Some of us know what I'm talking about, especially tí o bá ti wà nínú system tó yẹ pé o mọ ìyà tí wọ́n fi wá jẹ. Àbí nǹkan tí mo sọ yé yín nísìn, you will understand that our resources, our natural resources that we have in different land is being controlled. And that is why every one of us, including myself, we are all suffering. Iyalanje, because ọmọ aládé gidi ni wá, but as bó ṣe jẹ́ media tó ní báyìí sí tó bá yẹ pé ilẹ̀ yíyan kan máa pè mí ló ń pè. Whoever is calling should not call me. They're not taking calls. Hello. So kí ni mo fẹ́ fààyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé we have been doomed for a very long time. And Tabawan Sobobotan, all the medias, everyone that is talking, the Biafrans, the Middle Belt, asking that we must disintegrate from Nigeria. If we do not disintegrate from Nigeria, we are in soup. Big soup. One of the local government in that particular axis, somewhere around 2001, was spending more of the time outside the country in Europe. A local government chairman, it was never on ground. It will only come back when it is time for them to either, distribute money. Let me show you a few more views before I go back again to where we are having the event. Let's turn the camera around again. Now, I want us to look at this view. This should have been similar thing in every Yoruba land where you would have your own council building. 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom, studio flat, whatever it is. But this was not done because they refused to make your life better. So your life has been literally locked. These are council buildings. Ìyẹn ló ṣe máa ń fẹ́ àwọn tó wà ní London ó fẹ́ kó move wá sí outside London because London is becoming expensive. But a lot of people might not want to live here because they are worried. Iṣẹ́ ò làwọn máa ṣe. Àfẹn tó bá wà ní prayer working in the within the NHS. Sometimes àwọn tó bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní NHS you are guaranteed of a job. Àbẹn tó bá tún níṣẹ́ míì because kò síṣẹ́ púpọ̀ náà ní gbogbo bíbáyìí. I'm talking about outside London. But people are managing and they are living their life. And nínú ẹ̀ náà lọ wá ń send sílé fún wọn ìwọ lórí kónkónkónkó tó ń send owó sí ó wá fi ń jó gẹ̀lẹ̀dẹ̀ ó fi ń gbọ́mọge. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Even though it is a very, very remote part of London or England, Kamalo London, Komotiko gbogbo ẹ̀ papọ̀ nísìn. This is still the kind of life that they have. Much better than the shithole country you call Nigeria. Ó lè má dàbí London lóòótọ́ àmọ́ ilé ayé wọn sì better ju tiẹ̀ lọ. Àwọn òyìnbó ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ gbọ́n kankan ó ti sú wọn dúdúdúdú káàkiri tá a bá tún rí mínísítà tó èwù tún lè lè torí Ọlọ́run tá a tún ní ìgbà ó lè lè tún wọ̀lú. Ara ń kàn wọ́n náà because àwọn fíìlì pé àwọn làwọn ní ilẹ̀ wọn but wọ́n ti gbàgbé pé ilẹ̀ táwọn ní àwọn bàbá wọn ti lọ jalè oríṣiríṣi káàkiri gbogbo African country. Àwọn ò rántí yẹn mọ́ wọ́n wá wò ní sí pé àwọn dúdú ṣe pọ̀ ní gbogbo bíbáyìí. Why is black people so many in UK? Wọ́n ti gbàgbé pé UK ló lọ kó àkóbá bá wọn tó ń káàkiri tó lọ ń jalè because gbogbo olè tó jà káàkiri for years wọ́n fi develop gbogbo system tí wọn ìyà wa ń jẹ àwa wọ́n wá ń sọ fún wa nísìnyí pé tó bá fẹ́ wá wàá ṣe lọ gba visa tó bá fẹ́ wá àwọn máa screen àwọn kọ́ UK High Commissioner wa sọ pé àwọn fún àwọn 17,000 ní student visa tó bá wá fún ẹ ní student visa after 2 years kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀. I can't go too far because of where we are, what is happening today. So I'm going to go back this side. We probably open the phone line, for maybe about 20 minutes or half an hour. Because I always like to get your input. Ẹ máa ti pè nísìn because ọwọ́ méjì ṣe rí pé ọwọ́ kan lélẹ̀ mo fi di ilé mú ọwọ́ kan lélẹ̀ so I have my hands with the two ṣòrí ajá tó ń lọ yẹn ó bẹ́tà ju wọ́n tó wà nílé lọ. So ìbéèrè tí mo wá ń bí ẹ̀yin ṣé ẹ máa wo gbogbo àwọn eléyìí o akúṣẹ̀ pọ̀ nínú ẹ̀bẹ̀ wo akúṣẹ̀ ó sùn lọ rẹpẹtẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn tó ń ṣe drọ́ọ̀gì àwọn tó ń ṣe 419 wọ́n àwọn náà wá 419 òyìnbó ni mò ń sọ kò ń ṣe 419 yahoo ti Nàìjíríà o. Àwọn ọmọ tó ń ta drug ọ̀pọ̀ dáadáa gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì mọ̀ wọ́n bọ́ ṣe ń lọ sẹ́wọ̀n lọ ń dé bọ́ ẹ̀wọ̀n tó ń lọ gan ó bẹ́tà ju wọ́ gan lọ tó wà nílé prison èmi ò ní kíyàn lọ prison o but prison ní UK ó bẹ́tà ju ẹni tó ń gbé Nàìjíríà lọ. British ẹ lọ dá wàhálà sí gbogbo àgbáyé ẹ ti wá gbàgbé pé ìjọ kan máa dé àwọn Kóìkì máa dé àwọn Citizen AY máa dé Gbẹ̀dú máa dé àtàwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti gbàgbé ìgbà tẹ́ ń ṣe jàǹbá ẹ ti gbàgbé pé àwọn alálẹ̀ máa dé níjọ́ kan because one day ajá má gé mi ajá náà tún sá lọ fẹ́mi náà ajá UK ìmí ìyá wèrè gan ẹ má lọ bùyàn jẹ nísìn ṣàjẹ kí n sá fún bọ̀ tó bá bù mí jẹ nísìn tó àá pe dókítọ̀ bọ̀tẹ̀ kéèmí náà yàyà fún ọ ní tíyàn bá rí wèrè kíyàn rẹ̀ yàyà fún wèrè ọgbọgbọ́n níyàn fi ń sá fún màálù because èmi ṣeré àwọn ajá tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n wicked gan ṣorí bó ṣe ń rọra ń lọ yẹn because wọ́n ti fìyà jẹ nínú ilé so wọ́n máa èmi máa àtàkì dúdú olórí burúkú lóyìnbó wọ́n ya wèrè gan wọ́n ti fi àwọn dọ́lì dúdú wọ́n ti fi threaten ẹ̀ so bó ṣe bá rí dúdú báyìí nísàn lè wá àtàkì èèyàn ó lè má lè àtàkì mi torí mo jẹ́ àgbàlagbà ṣorí bó ṣe ṣe ń wò ń bẹ́ yẹn bọ̀tìrọ̀ àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké tó bá mú ó lè lọ àtàkì wọn so kí ni mò ń try láti sọ fún gbogbo aláàárọ̀ ẹ̀ ni pé ẹ jẹ́ ká ronú ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá èèyàn kan rẹ́rìn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo eré kékeré orí tèmi kan ti yà sẹ́gbẹ̀ Koiki ò lágbára tó yẹn o ǹdẹ̀ lájà ara ti ajá lọ́wọ́ ọjà má lọ bolúwẹ̀ jẹ́ so now sórí gbogbo àwọn pọ́ọ̀bù yìí nísìn ó ti close down business kò tẹ̀ wá rí covid fẹ́ ṣe wọ́n lè ṣe gba ní gbogbo bíbà ẹ̀ torí pé covid ẹgbà tó dé ó wà fẹ́ nínú wàhálà táwọn èèyàn wá ń ṣe wọ́n wá ń send owó sí wọn nílé ìwọ wá ń sọ pé Nigeria is good nítorí pé wọ́n bá ti send £100 ṣe á fún ẹ ní bíi about 17,000 naira láàárọ̀ yìí and even your minimum salary yes I've heard about it we talked about it Sowore brother that was killed yes we talked about it as well now lẹ́ẹ̀kan sì máa wo church yẹn tí mo fi ń wọ̀n ẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan can you see the church most time wàá rí pé tó bá yá nísìnyí wọ́n lè sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ di táwọn máa fọ mọ́tò ó mọ̀ pé àwọn kan àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ àwọn brother car wash ló ń ṣe ní London wọ́n wá ń fowó ránṣẹ́ sí wọ ẹ jẹ́ tún lọ báyìí because mo rí pé ó dà pé event yẹn kò tí ì really bẹ̀rẹ̀ so I'm just gonna take a stroll like this and then we come back I just want us to look at the view sori ibì kan tún nìyẹn nísìnyí bí i industry kan nìyẹn òun náà ti collapse ìkan lélẹ́yìí mo rò pé yẹn ń ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ ceramic wall and floor and tiles this is another business it's collapse ìyà ń jẹ wọ́n gan ìyà ó ń jẹ wọ́n gan ṣe rí pé church yẹn tún nìyẹn nísìn ara part of the church òun ni wọ́n lẹ poster event ọwọ́ ṣe is a kind of ẹran tí ọ̀rẹ́ wa òyìnbó tó kọrin ọ̀fẹ́ lunch orin lẹ́nì ẹran tí òyìnbó tó kọrin kan tí ó fi kí gbogbo wa àti Koiki Media àti Gani Adams àti Sunday Igboho àwọn látorí ẹ̀ wá sí Manchester láàárọ̀ yìí which is about 5 hours drive ẹ wo church tó bá jẹ́ Nàìjíríà ẹ jẹ́ ká gba call ẹ jẹ́ kí n wá ibi tí máa gbé fóònù yìí sí because mo ní láti lè gbé fóònù yẹn síbì kan ká wá gba call bí a kì í súnmọ́ ara church yẹn díẹ̀ kí n gbélé sórí ẹ wo church can you imagine church lélẹ́yìí o bọ̀ kó máa wá lọ jábọ́ sínú bẹ̀rẹ̀ báwo ṣe wá fẹ́ mu ìyẹn máa wá di gòbé. All right, let's do it this way. All right, you've seen the view. The most important thing I want our people at home. Some have bought their houses, but most of the time, I can bet my life, majority of them are on one kind of benefit or the other that the government is supporting them. And that's why they want people to come to outside London. But outside London. But the government prefer everybody to be outside London. Tó bá jẹ́ Nàìjíríà nísìn ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ariwo tó bá jẹ́ mọ́ṣáláṣí ariwo gẹ̀ǹgẹ̀rẹ̀ awúdé kí ló dé ṣáwa àwa nìkan ni èmi ò ní ká má sin Ọlọ́run àmọ́ there must be a system that can support us. That system ni kò sí òun ni gbogbo a ṣe ń sáré lọ sí church. Church is just for you to go in and pray and go. Wa di nta wa jókòó pa sí àfẹ lọ mọ́ torí pé à ń wá ìwòsàn nínú church, à ń wá ìwòsàn ní mọ́ṣáláṣí, à ń wá ìwòsàn lọ́dọ̀ àwọn bàbá oníṣẹ̀ṣe. Because the government for 60 bloody years ẹ̀wẹ̀ tó ń lọ yẹn nísìn ẹ̀wọ̀ orí kan tó wà nísìn imagine àwọn èèyàn tó wà lórí disability ṣẹ̀rí bó ṣe rán lọ nísìn ó ń gbégbé ayé ẹ̀ lótìtọ́ lódodo ó ní kò wá òkè but ó sì wá òkè ju ìwọ tó wà nílé lọ ìwọ tó jẹ́ graduate ó kàwé ó ní first class ṣorí bó ṣe ń lọ yẹn ṣorí páyé dùn nígbà tí mo wà ní secondary school mo máa ń gba àwọn catalogue kan àṣé mo mọ̀ pé àwọn tó bá ní disability lọ máa ń gun àwọn kẹ̀kẹ́ yìí inú mi máa ń dùn pé àti bá ríro kẹ̀kẹ́ yìí máa máa drive ẹ̀ kiri gbogbo Abẹ́òkúta àṣé Abẹ́òkúta gan rágárẹ́gẹ́. This was about 1991. I've received some of the catalogues then. Ìgbà tí mo dé ìlú òyìnbó mo mọ̀ pé àwọn tó bá ní disability ló máa lò. So what I'm going to do is let me come back here and see where I can clip my tripod with a couple of calls. Ṣé reporting ilẹ̀ poster yẹn ọba tilẹ̀ tán máa súnmọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ máa ṣó yín. Ẹ wo church ẹ wo gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ gọ́fìmẹ̀ntì ṣì ń tọ́jú wọn but ìlú òṣì Nàìjíríà yẹn wọ́n ò rí yín tọ́jú wọ́n ò rí yín kankan tọ́jú wọ́n ò tọ́jú arúgbó wọ́n ò tọ́jú omidan. So let's do it this way. Let's see if we can. Okay, and I'm gonna. That's even if it's gonna stay. It might be no. I don't know if it's okay. It might stay. It might stay. So yeah, multi clip it come up and yeah, can clip it kg no more. Now we can take calls now. Atẹ́gùn outside London kẹ̀rẹ́ báyìí ó máa ń fẹ́ yìnrìn ni ìyẹn la ṣe ń dán lójú ẹ rò pé inú wa dùn nípa wà nílùú onílùú ẹ rò pé inú wa dùn ẹ rò pé atẹ́gùn tó ń fẹ́ sí wa lára òun ló ń fáwọn èèyàn ní arthritis òun ló ń jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ti fẹ́ di arúgbó kalẹ̀ tán but a kò fresh lójú ni tó bá rí bọ́dí ẹlòmíì wọ́n manage ẹ̀ ni so ẹ jẹ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gba kọ́ọ̀lù díẹ̀díẹ̀ nísìn ọ̀dà ẹjọba ti ń pè ẹ bá mute ti background kẹ̀dẹ̀ bá wa ṣe ní kíákíá kí a lè gba as many people wọlé ẹgbọ́n sókè ti wọlé o.
ẹ káàárọ̀ ọ̀gbọ́nkì.
ẹ káàbọ̀ mà.
ọlọ́run àmọ́ fún wa ṣe o.
pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run.
ọdún aláyọ̀ ló máa jẹ́ fún gbogbo wa.
àmín àmín.
ẹ̀yin tẹ̀lé travel lọ sí Manchester náà ẹ padà láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà.
àmín Ọlọ́run.
grandma láti Kent.
mo ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ sọ òótọ́ ni.
ok.
bí ìwé mi ń sìn Barnet lèmi ti move wá sí Kent.
Barnet lè ti move lọ sí Kent.
yeah Barnet.
ok mo mọ Barnet ní gbogbo access tí mo lọ lánàá nígbà tí mo lọ ṣe farm kìíní yẹn side ibẹ̀ ni mo lọ bọ̀ mo ń gbọ́ yín mà.
okay God bless you. ìgbà tí mi náà move the Kent the same thing problem tí ẹ sọ ni mo face because nígbà tí minimum wages jẹ́ £5 nínú London is £1.75 ní Kent.
kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run.
That was then. Really cheap.
I know.
Yeah. Quiet.
I know. Yeah.
Environment is good.
Oh yes.
This school that mommy start is only just 15. This school yẹn. Kò ṣe private or government.
Public government public. Èèyàn mélòó ló ń rán wọn lọ sí private ní London? Àfáwọn ọmọ olówó Nàìjíríà tó ti jówó jẹ àwọn ló ń rán wọn lọ sí private. Àwọn ọ̀ràn yàn kankan lọ private ní bíbá yìí náà. Mo ń gbọ́ yín mà.
Honestly, it's Church of England. It's perfect. It's lovely. Kò sí dúdú tí bá jáde ní títì báyìí tá a bá lọ sí shopping mall. Àwọn ìwé wọn máa fọwọ́ kan wá ní can I touch your children? Can I touch your children? Wọ́n máa fọwọ́ kan wọn lára. Wọ́n fẹ́ wò bóyá ṣé èèyàn ni wá àbí monkey. Lẹ́yìn yẹn wọ́n á fún àwọn ọmọ mi lóò because Nigerians are very light in complexion.
Okay.
So what you are saying this morning is the truth.
Okay.
And the Bible says we shall know the truth. The truth will set us free.
Okay.
So Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí àwọn tó wà nílé yẹn kí wọ́n máa gbọ́ the truth yìí so that the truth will set them free. It's true. Àwa dúdú yìí náà ní church ni even gan-an níbi tí mo wà ń sìnkú tẹ̀ wá sí church mọ́ kọ́ọ̀lù la wá ń lọ sí.
Ànẹ́rù bá mi nígbà tí mo rí gbó ní ara church mo ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì lélẹ́yìí kẹ́ ẹ̀ wọ́n ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì lélẹ́yìí kò séyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni igbó rẹpẹrẹpẹ wọ́n ti lock and key ló wà I'm sure pé tá a bá máa fi dé another 5 years nísìn ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì Nàìjíríà kan lé ní òun fẹ́ ra bẹ̀ ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ àfi ó kọ́ yẹ pé problem ni pé wọ́n fẹ́ ta àwọn rúbí wáyé fún àwọn èèyàn because they are historic buildings is about 1800 wọ́n níta wọ́n lè ní kẹ́ máa lò ó but wọ́n níta wọ́n níta because historical building ni.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni wọ́n gbọ́n àwọn ọmọ nǹkan táwọn ń ṣe àwọn tílé wa àwọn tìlú wa náà mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe tó ń kó ti létà akótilétà ní gbogbo wọn ẹ wo nǹkan tẹ rárá sọ lẹ́nu yìí the same thing ni lérí àbítẹ́mi ti wá a ní òkè they call that place Ìràwọ̀ my God my brother if you go there ẹ mọ̀ pa ní nǹkan nílùú yẹn bó wọn ò develop bẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n ti lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ ọba wa wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ fọ́ òkè pé wọ́n ti rí nǹkan kan bẹ̀ aláàtọ̀ fún wọn ni pé ẹ má jẹ́ kán fọ́ àwọn òyìnbó ni o ẹ má jẹ́ kán fọ́ gbogbo àwa tá a wà ní diaspora tá a gbọ́ aláti pè lé ni pé ẹ má jẹ́ kán fọ́ because wọ́n ti rí nǹkan kan nínú òkè yẹn wọ́n ti rí nǹkan kan nínú òkè yẹn tí wọ́n fẹ́ mú so àpariwo mọ́ ẹ má jẹ́ kán fọ́ so ṣé ráwọn tí ó wà nílé yẹn àwọn olórí wa kí Ọlọ́run kó bá wa kó fún àwa lágbára ká wọ́ wọn kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ so that a lè gba ẹ̀tọ́ wa ṣé rí British gbogbo nǹkan tó jí òun náà fi ń tún lu tí wọ́n ṣe gbogbo nǹkan tó jí ẹ rí pé mo sọ nígbà lánàá náà nígbà tí mo pè yín òun náà fi ń tún lu tí wọ́n ṣe àwọn wọ́n dà wá sínú wàhálà wọ́n wá fẹ́ ká wọlé kò pọ́sibú àwọn náà kó wá sí yọyọ àádẹ́ máa wọ sọ́dọ̀ wọn náà ni nǹkan tó ń gbà lọ́wọ́ wa àwa náà máa gbà padà sooner later àgbà padà ẹ má wòran ṣé àwọn ọmọ tàbí sí ibà yìí wọn máa jọ wà ọ̀gá mi ò jọ wà o.
ṣẹ̀tẹ̀ rí ẹ̀rí àwọn tí kò tí understand pé àwọn ọmọ tá à ń bí síbí wọn ò ní gbà ṣẹ́rí ìsìnkú kì í ṣe yìí ọ̀hún nígbà wọ́n nígbà kọ́tẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ kọ́ wá sí ẹ rò pé tí mò ń sọ àwọn yẹn rí kẹ́ ìkó ti sọ̀rọ̀ jù èmi sì wà tolerant àwọn ọmọ yẹn máa face British government tó bá yá ẹ lọ kọ́lẹ̀ pé mi ni mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ because wọn ò ní gbà kò dẹ̀ síbi kankan tó fẹ́ kó wọn lọ because a sọ fún wọn pa tọ́ba náà yí Nàìjíríà sọ fún wọn pé wọ́n ṣe Nàìjíríà I'm British I'm British
honestly
and I'm British.
It's true kò dẹ̀ sọ wọn ò ní gbà ṣẹ́ra kò tàbí sí báyìí ojú àná wọn ti fọ́ ti kálukú ìgbọ̀n parents tó o bá ti ní pension má rí láìlé wọn lórí kì í ṣe pọ́n yóò ká o má rí láìlé wọn lórí wá sọ pé are you not getting your pension so kí ló tó bá tẹ bá kó problem wá bá ti
ṣẹ́rí àwa ni the last generation tó máa send owó sí Nàìjíríà ṣẹ́rí àwọn ọmọ tó ń bọ̀ nísìnyí wo àǹtí ṣẹ́rí àǹtí ìwọ àǹtí mi tó wà Nàìjíríà ìyá jẹ́ ṣé gbèsè ẹ lára má tètè support wa kó rò pé àǹtí ẹ àbíyọmí tó wà ní London tó wá rò pé àwọn ọmọ tiẹ̀ á pè mí àwọn ọmọ tiẹ̀ tó bá pè mí mo ní lè ráyè mọ́ because èmi lè má ní that much lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ tèmi tó bá dẹ̀ ní lọ́wọ́ a sọ fún ẹ pé àwọn ọmọ tó ń sọ yẹn a ní problem tèmi nìyẹn kò ń ṣe problem tòun. so
ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ kọ́kọ́ fún yín láàárọ̀ yìí ọkọ̀ èkì òkè tó wà ní Olúmọ yẹn ọkọ̀ wà bẹ́ẹ̀ tó ń mú France torí mi rí ní France wọn kíní yẹn wọ́n ń pè ní Fiji water ṣe mọ̀ àwọn tó bá ní arthritis àwọn tó bá ní asthma is very good Nàìjíríà ló ti lọ́ mu níbi òkè Olúmọ wọn wá gbé lọ sí France nìkan ló ń ṣe omi yẹn wọn lè call it Fiji water ṣé omi yẹn kò sẹ́ni tó bá ní arthritis tó bá mú ó máa heal ẹni tó bá ní asthma tó bá mú ó máa heal so àwọn aláwọ̀ kọ́ máa gbé nǹkan tiwa lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ tiwọn but àwọn aláwọ̀ káwa wá gba ẹ̀tọ́ wa kò possible àgbẹ̀tọ̀ wa mo dẹ̀ fàsìkò yìí kí àwọn fámìlì Ṣòwòrẹ́ lágbára Olúwa Ọlọ́run á bu òróró yìí síbi tí àwọn ọ̀kà tó ti dá ọgbẹ́ sí wọn lára Ọlọ́run adé kọ̀ǹsóòlù wọn lágbára Olúwa ìfẹ́ lómi náà láyé
ẹ ṣé gan ni thank you very much ẹ ṣé gan ni
a máa gbalẹ̀ wa
lágbára Ọlọ́run
very soon a máa gbalẹ̀ wa whether they like it or not we gonna fight and we gonna win because àwa kọ́ la máa jàjà yẹn
bẹ́ẹ̀ni lágbára Ọlọ́run ẹ ṣé gan ni àmì Ọlọ́run àmì
àwọn family yẹn á wà òkè
amen
àwọn grandma á wà òkè
amen
kò sí nǹkan tó máa ṣe yín
amen
ẹ ní kú bí kò ṣe yín
amen
lágbára Olúwa
amen
thank you so much
amen ẹ ṣé gan ni mama wa that was a very beautiful call ẹ ṣé gan ni definitely that was a very to start with and let's go straight to +971 ẹ bá máa ṣe ní kíákíá ká lè gba as few many calls so that kó tó di pé màá lọ síbi táwọn lọ hello caller. ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè ọjọ́ kan pẹ̀lú àmín.
àwọn gbogbo ṣòye pátápátá in fact I'm so happy lánàá yẹn mo rí pé stress ara you throughout mo gbé àṣẹ ẹ̀sùn níṣẹ́ rẹ̀ pàtó ti rí náà dáhà ẹ wò we are so because enlightening so many lives.
ó wà important.
because àwọn èèyàn ẹ ṣe máa ń sọ ọmọ nǹkan tó pọ̀ ráàtọ̀ ẹ máa ń sọ àwọn pọ́ìntì kan tí mo
gbọ́ yín
nínú ara mi gan wípé nínú kọ́ńtì nínú Nàìjíríà wọn ó kàn rò pé bí Ọlọ́run kàn dá wáyé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ní pé kó ṣe kí láìpẹ́ wá ní they don't know the cause wọn kan tó fà á so ṣùgbọ́n nípa ọdún
à ń gbọ́ yín. okay ẹ ti wà far away from the phone o àgbọ̀n yín dáadáa mọ́ alàgbà. okay mo mọ̀ pé alright kò clear àgbọ̀n yín mọ́ o okay ó ti padà nísìnyí yẹ.
àwọn Okay, sir. Hello, sir.
à ń gbọ́ yín nísìnyí ó ti bẹ́tà nísìnyí.
Okay, sir. So just continue to do your best.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Àwọn èèyàn ọmọ nǹkan tó ń bọ̀. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ kò wò pé bẹ́ẹ̀ bó ṣe bá a ṣe bó ṣe yẹ ká máa jẹ̀yà nìyẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ń sọ wípé pé ẹlòmíì ò tẹ̀ mọ̀ títà fi ń jẹ̀yà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Ọ̀rọ̀ pé bọ́lọ̀ ń ṣe dá wa nìyẹn. Ọlọ́run dá wa bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run dá wa bẹ́ẹ̀.
Because I look for job for several years. Ó tó bí 4 to 5 years tí mo fi wáṣẹ́ lápá school. Mi ò rí.
Níbo ni wọ́n ti fẹ́ rí?
Kí tó wá start all over again.
Níbo ni wọ́n ti fẹ́ rí? Nàìjíríà ló ń jẹ́ ká máa change kọ́ọ̀sì tá a tún fẹ́ ṣe tá a bá dé ta because kọ́ọ̀sì tó ṣe Nàìjíríà tó rò pé ó máa fi ríṣẹ́ nígbà tó bá dé ta ló máa realize pé kí ni wàá lọ waste 4 years nílé fún university wàyà to start all over again ìyẹn la ṣe máa ní degree méjì mẹ́ta kò ń ṣe pé purpose ìyẹn la ṣe ní degree méjì mẹ́ta gbogbo àwọn tó yé ó yé.
Wọ́n yẹ̀ sí àti wọ́n start all over again wọ́n á kúrú rádaràdà wọlé wọ́n kàn sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá wọ́n ń kọ́ lánàá wọ́n ń pè yín ní orí show lánàá so wọ́n á sọ wípé wọ́n ní wípé wọ́n gbé bóyá mọ́mì wọn ọ̀ dádì wọn lọ sí ọdẹ.
màá tí wàá tó àwọn mọ́mì wàá tó pè láti US mo rántí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Sálẹ̀ the same problem ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí dádì tèmi ní last year December wọ́n wá ń gbé bọ́n ṣe ń kọ́ lọ sáde Ọ̀yọ́ náà sọ pé kò sí dókítà lórí ọ̀sìn wọ́n á gbé wọn lọ sí medical kò sí dókítà ní and someone was dying then mo ní irú láìpẹ́ wo lélẹ̀ títí wọ́n fi ìgbà tó máa tún dé UCH syringe ń tán gloves ń tán ní UCH University College Hospital tó ń gbé kiri òfin.
torí àsìkò ni ẹ má bínú alàgbà wa torí àsìkò ni ó dẹ̀ dáká gba bí call bí few calls so àkọ́ fún I think there's about 3 more 5 calls so that kí n lè focus padà sí níta torí ẹ̀wà gangan so ẹgbẹ́ àṣẹ ní kíákíá 2 minutes ẹ ti wọlé. ẹ ká sàn.
ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ilẹ̀ wa nígbà ní Manchester.
àwa ni ẹ.
ìkọ́sẹ̀lẹ̀ kan wà sọ ni pé tábà ti gba.
ẹgbẹ́ òun sókè díẹ̀ ohùn yẹn lọ́lẹ̀.
mo fẹ́ ní pé tábà ti gba Yorùbá nation wa. lórí ìbò wa jí mineral ó ṣe ogun ẹ̀kú tẹ̀.
à ń bolo ti fẹ́ possible.
a máa wà ọ̀ ní pọ́ pé
ìbò náà ti fẹ́ wọ́n lè jí mineral kankan mọ́ nígbà yẹn kò ní ṣe jí mọ́.
so negotiation ni.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni trade by barter ni trade by barter làwọn aṣígbà yẹn trade by barter ni ẹ wá fún wa ní skills tá a fẹ́ àfún ní mineral resources fún ìgbà díẹ̀ báyìí ni so kò ń ṣe ìtàn máa jókòó lé lórí títí tán mú bí mẹ̀jẹ̀mẹ̀jẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ pé ká tó sọ fún wa pé àwọn find out crude oil yẹn according to information tí mo gbọ́ òun ló fi ja ogun kọ́ tó tẹ̀sán gbàgbàṣẹ́ ni wọ́n ti rí crude oil yẹn tó ti gbàgbàgbàgbàgbà òun ló fi ń fọ́ǹdì ló fi ń rọ́ọ̀nì gbogbo nǹkan tó fi jẹ ogun nígbà yẹn.
so tó wá di kíní tó gbogbo orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ and tó bá tẹ̀ máa gbé company wá sí kíní tó bí 85% Yorùbá people tó máa ṣiṣẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá lè get Yorùbá people tẹ̀lé kánú wọ́n company.
No, I have to hang them. The person have already spent like 3-4 minutes. You know, if not, everybody ban for 4 minutes. I need like as many call. Ẹ má bínú. I have to hand their call. Yeah, mo gbọ́ yín. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
At the moment, you can traveling to even from Lagos to Shagam or whatever.
Yeah.
You can go see it to So, I mean, you're doing a great work.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And it's good to be in Manchester as well this morning. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. I can imagine, yeah. I mean, it's good. It's good if you have. I think that's the beauty about Yoruba people. I mean, our only survive. We've already survived. So, in Tobacco, in London, òyìnbó ni kò lè survive. Yẹn ló ṣe máa ń wà depressed. Our only survive because we are doing so many things, and we wanted to do so many things in that shit old country, thinking that ìyẹn á máa sustain our family wa nílé, but kò tẹ̀ sustain our débi kò fẹ́ sustain our family wa.
You can be living in Manchester and work in Bolton. You can be living in Manchester.
Oh yes. Irubi Timo Wanisi, I think is about, from what I'm told, it's just less than about 20 minutes drive from here to the town of Manchester.
It's just 40 minutes. 45 minutes.
Then, who are connected.
So, motorway, everything, M61, M62,
You know.
MC gbogbo ẹ̀ so it's very close interchange.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Olùkọ́ ta dẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé wa ni ẹ pé kàṣẹ táwa fẹ́ gbéra ní òkun pé a fẹ́ lọ síbi kan ká lè lọ ká má bẹ̀rù.
Ó yẹ kí connectivity wà. Ó yẹ kí connectivity wà. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Ẹ ká tó fẹ́ lómi láyé. Thank you very much. I do appreciate. Ẹ má bínú, you know, yes, I mean, sometimes tábà end the call fáwọn èèyàn. You know, everybody has a lot to say, but we want as many calls. Call mẹ́ta la ṣe gbà. And I always loved at least more than 10 calls so that we just balance it. Àwọn kan tí ń pè láti US. And I can also see there's a conference call coming through as well, which means, so let me return the US call, either the US or Canada. I'm not sure which one it is because the number is not saved. But let's see if we get through the person. What I'm just trying to explain again this morning, what triggered my mind, even though I knew I was going to do a broadcast, but let's go straight to the caller first. Hello? Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Ẹ ti wọlé ma?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, I don't know, mi ò mọ̀ nǹkan tí mo lè sọ náà, but nǹkan tẹ́mi kọ́ rí ni pé mo ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀kan tó dé ni, and I was surprised to hear that the way wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe nílé ìdàbẹ́ni pé wọn ò ní problem. So I'm like,
mo like uncle tẹ́yìn tún mú wáyé. So the way tó ṣe ṣe ni pé bí àtẹ́pẹ́ wọn ní problem. So àwa táwa níta la rí pé wọ́n ní problem.
Yes. So no, money. What do you honestly? Onígbà tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ló láti tètè gbẹnu dákẹ́ because wọ́n dàbẹ́ ni pé òun gbọ́ngàn ló ní problem lórí. Money, wow. So money. My own question is that how we gonna enlighten people back home? One block a lot of the media thing.
Oh yeah, it's a big task. Yeah, it's a big task.
I don't know what to even say, sir.
Money is a big task, which is is a breakthrough that we have to put through, and we continue to see what we can do.
So
but
like, people don't realize that they are really suffering. And how can you enlighten them and tell them, okay, look, this nation is not because of we in diaspora. It's because you can live a better life. I guess they look at all these celebrities back home.
I always say that. I say that all the time. There are so many Instagram page. I mean, it's good for those that they are watching because those ones they have their cloud, and at the end of the day, they are advertising, they are doing businesses. But an average Nigerian does not understand that. Yes, you can do the same thing, but the opportunity is not even there for you. So Instagram. You can easily set up a business, whatever business you have, and then you can continue to survive as well.
Yes, sir. So my problem is that I don't know why even the Yoruba celebrities it looks like a lot of these people, they look up to them. I mean, try and be honest. I know you can't master. I mean, look at America here now. When the celebrities, when they come out, they're about to TikTok girls.
Yeah.
Remember, American celebrities came out. Pop Daddy, everybody.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
I remember. Yeah. They were there. Okay, the same problem they were having in Sudan. The American celebrities, look what they stepped in. So you look at our Yoruba or even everybody. What is wrong with all of you? This is not normal. Step in. Forget about what you guys. I mean, one thing I always tell people: if you can sell your integrity, you are done with. Your integrity will tell you a whole lot. Forget about the money and do a good cause. That will be a name for you.
Yes.
Forget about this money. Everybody's thinking about how they're gonna pop this bottle, how they're gonna drive this Bentley, and I'm looking at you. I say, you idiot! How you gonna drive a goddamn Bentley on a bad road? Common sense. So reason that because please, how can they educate, especially the youth, about this rally? How they can be a voice of the reason. Now I know a lot of parents, according to my friends, a lot of parents are scared because of what happened in SARS.
Oh yes, they are. Yes. So, yeah, we talked about we even talked about that during the on our way coming from London because at the end of the day I think the NSAS they did try, but we knew that the government was going to attack them, and the government came out heavy force on them, and we also saw the carnage that eventually took place.
Well, that's my own reason of calling that. How can we educate the youth and they should not, all what they see or on the Instagram, they are celebrating,
Yeah.
or some of them are fake lives. And ask them what kind of job do they do
Yeah.
to attend.
Because most of them are just thinking that sitting down there without having a kind of a training. Look, it doesn't matter how basic the training is. People train for a 1-day course here in UK, 2 days, 1 week. Then if you think it's okay, you can go and do 1 year. And then those courses will eventually lead you to something. Irú truck and to my right hand side, being truck in this thing. Eventually, truck here, LG training, LGV training. And that training now, one need a lot of people because I think there's a shortage of drivers. So, I mean, but in Nigeria, but there's industry. So, and it's just a big problem. But again, we just have to continue to educate our people and show them, because it's the Timoshen show church. Church lo ma lo, obviously church yẹn ló ma fáwọn ní gbogbo wealth táwọn need in terms of welfare, security, health, education. But we are talking about a community here that have not even worried about their church here exists, Abiko exists more. But they are more concerned that the government makes sure it does the right thing for the community. Even though this part of England, poverty so, but we won't give up.
They have, that's the thing then, because even in America, if something happened, everybody rallies everybody. You hear them say, check on the OCDs there, make sure they're okay.
Yeah.
You see people donating. Maybe that's why God is blessing them. But we in Nigeria, I'm sorry, they kind of selfish.
All right.
Everybody's about me.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, again, once again, I do appreciate all our callers, every now and then. I might bring the broadcast to an end very soon. And I say very soon, maybe just now. One thing we've got to remember is our people at home, like I always say, what feel be alone down. Let me bring my camera back up a little bit. That's what they think. Ọlọ́run tó dá wa, ó dá wa pé ìyà ni kó jẹ wá. But Ọlọ́run you see somebody is not happy this morning the way I was disconnecting people. Team are disconnecting. You are not in the media. If you understand what media is, everybody will want to take, and then you have to be able to control it back as well. If not, we will lose plot. I just want to show you that. You see that? Surely. Boba Shubu nisin. O mọ̀ pé òun àdé hospital tó máa tọ́jú ẹ̀. It's a shame that our country is a messed up country, and that's why we need to now review. So before we go this morning, or almost this afternoon, the lesson I want us to pick again from this morning or this afternoon, depending on what time of the day you are, is for us to always remember that we are people. Tolonda, Olonde dawa dada. Emayeka believe we Olon dawa dada, Olon dawa dada, but we are in the wrong serene. Olon dawa, o dawa dada gan. Nítorí pé kò sí ọmọ Yorùbá kan tẹ́ máa rí tí kò ní a kind of initiative lórí. Whether on gerun ni baba ni, on dirun ni, on ránṣọ ni, whatever we are doing. Thank you very much. Oh, somebody's watching us all the way from Argentina. Amazing. But we are already in the wrong. Maybe a spider look one will go by me. I don't know, because we go be by were locked down for a very long time. So you can imagine. So all I can say is our people at home are getting the message, but the poverty is just too much. Poverty is too much. I want to gbọ́n kan tá à ń sọ, but they are more concerned about interfaith genesis. Yes, God created us fearfully and wonderfully, according to somebody on YouTube. Ọlọ́run dá wa dáadáa. Ọlọ́run ṣe kí ni ó dá wa dáadáa. But nígbà tí àwọn tó jẹ́ olè láàrin àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá, yesterday I was hammering on that, wọ́n ti fi wá gbá politics pẹ̀lú àwọn Hausa àti Fulani. Yes, this is not a very big town. I mean, Manchester is big. I mean, ẹ wo football, ẹ wo ìyà tó ń bẹ nínú Manchester. Tẹnugbó Man City, Manchester football, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ like football. Anyway, a máa sọ yẹn níjọ́ mi. But ní tí mo fẹ́ fààyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé we have been living with the evil ones. The whole natural resources that belongs to us has been extracted, taken away to other part of the world for their own survival. Ẹ gbọ́ Yorùbá yẹn dáadáa, bí a kì í sọ ní Yorùbá bí ṣe lè gbọ́, bí ṣe lè sọ. Àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ nǹkan tiwa tó yẹ ká lò kó máa fi tọ́jú wa, ká máa fi ṣẹ̀mí, wọ́n ń kó lọ sílùú míì. Òun ló wá fi ń ṣe nǹkan ẹ̀mí fáwọn ọmọ ìlú wọn. Ìyẹn lẹ̀mí tí wọ́n ṣe ń gùn, ẹ̀mí tí wá ń kúrú. The 5 hours journey, we talked about different things. But the most painful part of it is, ẹni tó drive wa ní, he lost 2 people same day, not recent, because of bad road. Èèyàn méjì níjọ́ kan just because wọ́n kó sínú gallop. Ṣé a ní nǹkan tí a lè fi tẹ́ títì tí ó lè save ẹ̀mí, tẹ́mi yẹn máa fi di nǹkan tó máa ní longevity, long life. Now, like I always say, people die in UK, and I've proved that to you in one of my broadcasts last week, that 3 people died on the M25 last week. One is in life-threatening injury. But they will review and want to know that such an incident can be minimized. Yeah, I heard about the Sowore brother. He personally sent me a WhatsApp message. We can only pray for Showore's family and just so many families like that. God, whatever you want to call it, Elédùmarè, ó dá wa tán dáadáa, pátápátá. But àwọn tí ó kó nǹkan yẹn lé lọ́wọ́, they've abused it and they've misused it. And they've put every single one of us in this situation. And we can rewrite the history. I know people are living, don't get me wrong. There are so many people that are comfortable outside London, but majority of them are not. Because there is no job opportunity. Oh, you can't compare it, with London. And that is why people have, alternatives. But people are doing very well. People are in IT. I'm not disputing that. I don't know what more outside London. But we are just trying to put it, to narrow it down. Because I know. Because I follow the British politics. And I know where things are hard. In England, Wales, and even up to Scotland. But coming back to our own country, that you call Nigeria, our own country, 60 years, all those things that belongs to us was never purposely used for us. Was not used for us. Rather, it was used by few to develop few again. Do you know what it means that you are giving oil block to individuals? The same oil block that could have been used, the same oil block that could have been used to develop every part of Nigeria was purposely not used. And they knew what they were doing. One more delay ni. But now that we are all saying we want to opt out, they're now thinking they can adjust things, they can put things. I place so many things before 2023. Don't be surprised. One man log be anything you come up with, Koiki Omoja to try a man. I won't be surprised. It's just a matter of time. Chiwere brother was killed, if you haven't heard the news today, by the kidnappers, the terrorists that is in Nigeria. Your chances of surviving in Nigeria is very, very slim. But we can turn things around. People, as Porto, are still being given opportunity. You can go to university. I want to learn láti Manchester, I want to London, I want to live proper life. I've met them. I want to Liverpool, I want to be in London. I want to be by now. But what we are saying is, our lives have been more. Jeremy, I would have loved if Nigeria was truly working to live in Nigeria. But you can't live in a system that is not working and is not going to work. But one thing is, so many people that have opportunities in this country, the same opportunity was something created because people fought for it. I always say that all the time. The same opportunity, people fought for it. Whatever you might want to talk about, which kind of opportunity, whether, living standard, whatever you might want to talk about. But you, as a Nigerian, you've not been given that same opportunity with your Nigerian passport at home. And that is why we are saying the option is up to us, that we fight to opt out now before it is too late. And we can do it collectively. Collectively, we can deal with the problem. But there are still some of us, and I always use the phrase, most Nigerians living outside Nigeria. They might be here in Manchester, still believing in one Nigeria. But the same opportunity that they are getting here, they know millions of Nigerians are not getting it. And they're telling them it will happen one day. When exactly? When? When? This is a church behind me. That's a church. Right behind me there. It's not a big deal. But the community here are not interested in that church. They are more interested in their well-being. How do my daughter, son get to the university, even if it's a loan? So many Yorubas, Biafrans, Middle Belt, or Nigerians would love to get a loan to go to university. But they just can't even get that loan. So many people cannot even have access to quality life. You can see with the father. Can you see? In the midst of everything, okay, football lesson kan ló kọ̀ ọ̀rá ń lọ yẹn wá training láti kékeré kó tó mọ̀ níbo ni Rooney ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. These are the same opportunity that we are not given at home. You must know somebody to know somebody to know somebody before you get opportunity. And that's a church behind me, lock and key. Because that church is not the welfare of this community. That church is not the security of this community. That church is not the one to provide the services that is needed. And you, in your 40s, 50s, you cannot even plan for your grandchildren, not to talk of your children, not to talk of yourselves. On the motorway, I saw elderly couples driving themselves. Literally mean that they've worked hard, just like our parents have done and your parents at home. But they have nothing to fall back on. They have nothing to fall back on. Because we have now called them witches and wizards because of the same churches or the mosque or your neighbors or individuals. And this is a church behind me. It's up to us. You go for 2023, your life will just be more mortgage. But we opt out now. In another 20 years, we start seeing development in every single part of Yoruba land. Don't expect Onyibo to come and help us. We have to help ourselves out as quickly as possible. They have their lives. We also have our lives. But those of you in Manchester believing in one Nigeria, ask yourself, if those that fought for you to stay in Manchester did not fight, will you have that opportunity? Even if you're a British citizen, I'm a British citizen that still have the heritage of Nigeria that is well disrespected. And like I said, most of them are the one clamoring for one Nigeria, but they do not live in Nigeria. I have left Nigeria for a very long time, but I'm more worried about the next generation of the Yoruba heritage so that it doesn't go into what we call extinction. It's not about me. You think it's about Koiki Media. No, it's not about me. Yoruba Nation is bigger than me. But I am thinking, okay, what happened to my children? When my children start giving birth, have you started thinking about that? Or you're just thinking about just now? Your children, then their children, will they ever make it back to that nonsense country called Nigeria? You think you can save Nigeria? You think you can save Nigeria? That's what some of you are thinking. And that's why so many people are not really concerned, because they are more worried about now. They are not thinking about another 100 years from now. Think about it. 100 years from now, what and how will Nigeria be if we do not disintegrate? Let the Biafra go. Let the Middle Belt go. Let the Arewa go. Let everybody go. And then if we have to buy whatever from them, we'll trade. Just like other countries are now renegotiating their trade with Great Britain. Have a very good morning or good afternoon.